Round one, fight.
Yeah. What's going on, ladies and gents? Dalibor here for T3G, and welcome to another App Spotlight. This is where we do overviews, quick looks, and sometimes, deep dives into applications and how they work and how they benefit you, your production, your projects, whatever you want to do. Today, we're going to be talking about Audacity. Come on. Alright everyone, first and foremost, we've got the audacityteam.org website, and that is where you are going to download Audacity 2.2.2. This is the most recent version. Windows 10, 8, and 7, and Vista if you're in 2006 and you're somehow seeing this through a time portal. Once you download and install, you're going to be greeted with this window. This is the newest version. They've polished it up a little bit. They've got some nicer icons, just little upgrades. I haven't seen any functionality improvements so far. I've been using Audacity for the better part of 10 years now, and there hasn't been a lot of new, great, huge updates. The biggest thing that I can say about Audacity is this is the easiest, best, and most free way to get some audio recording done, and if you need to maybe do some cleanup, some basic stuff, you can do it all in here, and it's 100% free. Now, just a sample, you don't need to do anything as long as you select your microphone. Right now, we've got the newer setup, and we're going to just hit record. And right now, it's recording us as we go. Nothing else you really have to do. So the nicest thing, you'll see the edit here. That's my pause. The nicest thing that this is for is if you want to do podcasts, if you want to do any kind of voiceover work for videos, this is going to be the nicest option. I'm not sure why I'm saying nice so much, but there it is. Now, once you have your recording down, you can go ahead and take out pauses or dead spots. I usually just select, hit backspace or delete. You know, if I want to bridge this gap, boom, right there, then it's back to back. There's no breath taken or whatever. You know, I could do that. If I'm like, you know what, I didn't really like the way this sounded, boom, it's gone. Depending on the kind of microphone you have, the quality level of your microphone, your waveform may look way different. If we get closer in here to something like this, your waveform may look more like this from a further out viewpoint. Right now, this is a pretty solid mic. I've actually got it going through an amp. The amp is turned down, so it's only picking up me. Right now, my furnace is going, so hopefully, as you can see here, there's no low level hiss, so it's not picking up anything outside of that. That is 100% to the mic. So depending on what kind of mic you're using, depending on what kind of hardware you're using, that is going to affect what you see on your screen. Once you have that recorded, you can actually save in multiple formats, which is really, really nice. You can save your project, of course, if you want to come back in here, add more stuff to it. Again, if you want to do like a podcast, this is a great way to do it. If you want to do voiceover recording, you just kind of want to keep it in one place, and maybe you don't have a different recording software or different editing software, you can definitely do all your work here. You can do multiple tracks. So let's say that's the case. Let's say you don't have a different audio software to edit, or you can't bring it into to a specific software to do multi-track editing. So for instance, if you're using iMovie to edit your videos, you are limited to one audio track. So maybe you want to bring your recording into this, you bring in your music, you do the overlay, you do the volume controls, everything in here, and then you can export it and then just use that one track in iMovie. To add new tracks, you just go under track, you hit add new, mono or stereo, depending on what you're going to be doing, what you want to do. If you want to play with panning, things like that, you definitely want to do stereo. Mono will serve just as well though. Now you can see there's a yellow border around each track that is selected. When you are on the selected track, and that is where it's going to record. So we're going to hit home to go back to the first spot. We're going to record, and it plays back the existing file. So you want to mute it if you don't want to hear that, just so you can record and then you can move it around. So like, let's say we've got this now. We're going to select this whole thing, and I'm going to drag it over here. There's this dead spot. We can, boom, just drop it into there. We can unmute this. So now when we go here, so it just goes into the next part. It's playing as just one big, essentially, sound file with just multiple levels. The other great thing you could use this for is if you are a musician, you can control the output as far as the tagging. So if you are creating original music, so if you save other and export as MP3, we're gonna call it, sure, untitled, but then look at this. You've got artist name, title, album title, track number, all that stuff, comments, a ton of information that you can put in and have control over your final product. So then when if somebody should get it, your metadata is on that file. So as I mentioned earlier, you can export in multiple different audio formats. You've got MP3, WAV, OGG, which I know so very, very little about. Export as audio is apparently just WAV again. So export as audio looks like it's just another WAV. Export multiple, so you can do multiple tracks and export them as multiple tracks. So if you've got a bunch of recording you want to do and you just want to keep plugging away and creating new tracks, you can export each track as a separate recording. And then you can also export MIDI if necessary. If you have a specific selection, you can export selected audio. Now the other cool thing is, let's see, what do we have here? Let's record. This is a test sound. Boom, that's it. So now let's say we really want to punch the volume up on that. Pretty straightforward on the left side here, pretty loud. Now let's say I want to change the pitch. Let's crank it up to like an A sharp.
This is a test sound. This is a test sound.
So this is actually something I'm going to need. So I'm going to see if this is going to work. Round 1, fight. Get rid of that extra stuff in the middle. Round 1, fight. That is the back end of my T. Round 1, fight. Punch up the audio a little bit. Round 1, fight. And that's round 1. That's going to affect when it's exported. Let's just bring it back down to 4, and then effect. Let's change the pitch. We're going to leave it right there where we had the test, and we're going to hit the OK.
Round 1, fight.
It's a little low. Let's go ahead and punch that up a little.
Round 1, fight.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I think if we add a little bit of echo, 0.2.
Round 1, fight.
Echo's interesting because it doesn't seem to.
Round 1, fight.
Yeah.
Round 1, fight.
I like that. I like that. So anyway, you've got some options. You can do some effects, and this is very much on a very raw waveform editing scale, so it's nice to then just bring this into Premiere and be like, boom, that's my done, finished, amplified file, whatever. This is probably one of the best, most important tools, nicest even, in an arsenal of production, of recording, of video production that I think anyone has. That I think this is probably one of the most powerful free tools on the market as far as something that's easy and simple to understand. There's really not a whole lot to this. You've got basic commands and controls, zoom, you got moving, you've got your selector, envelope tool, still don't know what that is. Again, that's a level beyond me. Draw, again, a level beyond me. But the nice thing is you can select from multiple, do stereo recording, you can do mono recording. You have so many options for this being a completely free software that I think this is a must-have in every single production arsenal, whether you're just recording a podcast or just recording music, or if you're doing full-on video productions with multicam shooting and all that good stuff. All right, folks, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you very much for hanging out with me and checking out Audacity. If you have not used this before, I gave you the website at the beginning. It's linked down below. Check it out, because I think if you are doing any sort of audio work, this is going to become a very quick go-to tool in your arsenal. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all the new subscribers we have gotten. I appreciate the fact that you guys are being very patient with me on the Monday videos. It's mostly recorded. I was just missing a single component that I need to finish the recording. Once that's in, I'm going to edit it, and that will definitely be out this coming Monday, the 19th. So check that out. I'm calling it, I figured out the name, I'm calling it 10 Round Magazine. It's a little controversial, I know. Multi-mic Shootout. So it's a shootout magazine. I hope you see where I went with that. If you don't, drop a comment down below with what you think is a better name for the thing. But again, it's a 10 mic comparison, so it's a 10 mic shootout. I don't know. It made sense for me, but if you think it's dumb, if you think there's a better way, comment down below, please. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.